I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is the real reason you aren't happy. We live in such a crazy society where social media skews our perception of how fast reality should be moving. We're constantly bombarded with sad news around the world, like what our friends are celebrating, new milestones from people we've met once, new accomplishments, influencers posting their everyday lives. I'm a little bit guilty. Like, it is so fair to be in a constant state of not feeling like we have enough. This video is for anyone who is feeling down and wants a little bit of, extra love and motivation for ways they can change their mindset to live and embody a happier life. I've read a ton of self-help books. I'm Genevieve, by the way, and I'm a 25-year-old living in Toronto, soon to be 26. Some of the happiness books I've read are The Happiness Advantage, Ikigai, which is the Japanese book on the secret to a long and happy life, and then The Pivot Year. One of my favorite quotes from Ikigai is, "Essentials to happiness in life are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for." So with that, I will be chatting about the 5 tips to live a happier life. Just a regular old gal. I'm not some really rich motivational speaker or anything. This is literally just from my own life experience and things that I think have helped me the older I've gotten. Obviously, I still get into days I think I literally cried twice this week already. So am I always the most happy? No. But these are some of the things that really help me maintain a more positive outlook on life and get back to a more grounded, in a way, state. Number 1, stop caring about what other people are doing with their lives and what they think of yours. Let me tell you, if you aren't doing what you love because of the fear of what other people are going to think of you, trust me, you're gonna be unhappy for a long time until you decide to change that. This is something that will maybe occupy 1 minute, maybe a couple minutes of someone else's day, but ultimately, I think people are selfish. They're gonna go back to thinking about themselves, what they're going about their lives doing, and what other people are doing. And if that is what's stopping you, I'm gonna tell you right now, for me, when I was younger, I used to love filming myself. I used to love taking content and all that, and I kind of stopped because I was just scared of the perception of other people. I was a little embarrassed. I was like, oh, I don't want to use my tripod, or I don't want to be seen taking photos of myself and people think I'm so vain or whatever. When it's literally a true passion. I worked a full-time job and now I'm back to doing this, which is such a full circle moment, because I'm but I needed to go through that. So I'm saying sometimes we need to go through that moment to get to the place where we're fully comfortable. Other people's opinions shouldn't impact how you want to live your life. Number 2, enjoy the slow moments. Sometimes we are too focused on the destination that we forget to just enjoy the journey of getting there. And we have such long lives. Why are we so focused on getting that dream car, dream house, and everything else, but not the little things in between that make life so beautiful? I think one way that I like to put it, and this is something I think that I came to the realization to when I was around 22, I was well, what am I gonna do if I have my dream car right now, my dream house, I have everything I want? What am I gonna do for the rest, for the next 80 years of my life, assuming I live to 100, And I think that mindset makes you realize there is literally no need to rush. I want to appreciate the ups and downs. I want to appreciate the hardships. I want to appreciate the tough times, so I can really, really, really appreciate and be thankful for when times are really good. And so just having that gratitude for where you are right now in life, I think can go such a long way, even if it's the little things. What are you grateful for in this moment? I'm grateful that I got to spend some time with my mom today, or I'm grateful that I got to go breathe some outdoor air, or take some time to meditate for myself. There's so many little things that I think so many of us think we're not making any progress, because so much of the time life is so focused on reaching these milestones, reaching these goals, but we forget to celebrate the little wins. Number 3, get outside, girl. Connect with nature. Go on that hot girl walk. Do what you need to do to appreciate the beautiful world around us. I know, I live in Toronto, so it's a pretty depressing place, especially in the winter. It gets very cold, gloomy, and just too cold to be outside. But sometimes even just going out for a little bit and breathing some fresh air is nice. It gets a bit hard, which is why I totally understand why seasonal depression is a thing. We are so glued to technology sometimes that sometimes we just forget to breathe and look around us. Look at that tree, look at this flower. If you're lucky enough and you get to book that trip or travel, that's, for example, like some of my most happiest memories are when I'm on a trip. It almost feels like an escape, but it's also such a great way to like ground yourself and like realize that life isn't actually that serious. Number 4, surround yourself with people that love, inspire, and uplift you. One of the worst things that you can do to yourself is keep yourself in friend groups that make you feel small. I don't want to feel small. Like, you want to feel your energy glow and thrive and shine so bright. You want to feel uplifted by your friends, supported, friends and family, by the way, and relationships, partners. You want to feel like you have room to expand. If you feel like you're not doing enough or that you are never enough with the people you surround yourself with, I think it's a time to reflect back on this, and maybe it's time to make some changes. Like, reduce some of the time you spend with certain people and maybe start hanging out with people who are in alignment with where your life is going. What I found is that my friends will definitely change. My friendship levels will change depending on what I'm going through in life. So if I have friends who are going through similar journeys or, similar milestones, like, I'll kind of connect with them a little bit more. But doesn't mean I don't appreciate or love other people in my life. It's just, I think friendships go up, ebb and flow, and there's always room for some friendships more than others. Maybe it's time that you have that cozy night in with some friends, family, your partner, and take the time to connect at like a deeper level, not so like surface and shallow level. I love the game We're Not Really Strangers. I think that is definitely one of my number one games for connecting with people. It's a game about connection. You basically ask a lot of questions with friends, family, whoever you're playing that with. I played it with like all my close friends, my boyfriend. It can literally make you guys start crying. And those are the types of friendships and like relationships that sometimes you realize, wow, like this connection is real. And I feel heard and I feel supported. And then number 5, this is my last tip of the day because, we're heading into the new year and I want to have good energy, good vibes all the way around. Vision boarding. The quote from the book, Ikigai, something to hope for. Vision boarding is one of my favorite ways to do this, but it doesn't always have work like this for everyone. Not everyone likes doing like arts and crafty things. You can even just make like a Pinterest board or, write some things down if you're more of like a word person. One of my old managers told me, like, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, the first thing, here's what I recommend you start doing. Write a list of all the things that you love. So I wrote this huge list. I had like 20 things of things that I love, whether it's like hanging out with family, like, dance, photography, taking photos of my clothes, like outfits, a whole list. And then group these into categories where they kind of connect. So like whether it's a creative bucket, fitness, wellness, travel, like career, whatever it is, however you find them connecting. And use these as your main pillars for what you want to focus on into the new year and what makes you happy, like what fills you with joy and light. If you're not feeling like your goals right now are in alignment with some of the things that you love, then maybe it's a time to make some of those changes and start manifesting that vision board for the new year. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If this was helpful, then I would so appreciate if you gave me a like and subscribe down below. I'm Genevieve Lauren on Instagram and TikTok, so yeah, let's be friends.